The algorithm hates your YouTube channel. Welcome. We're going to jump right into the topic with no time to waste. We are going to discuss, based on my experience becoming a monetized YouTube partner and content creator on this channel, I'm going to share with you some tips and tricks that I've learned on my content creator journey that will help you as far as getting the impressions that you want, as far as getting your content recommended, as far as developing a system and getting a better understanding and insight into the algorithm and how it works. All right, so let's get started. I took some notes down on my phone. I wanted to be completely transparent. We are not gatekeeping any information, but I also wanted to feel vibey and authentic, and I appreciate you. The first talking point, why I may feel like the algorithm hates your channel. I want you to keep in mind that becoming a content creator takes patience and it requires commitment. Based on my personal experience, like we can watch some of our favorite content creators and see how big they've gotten and how many views they get and how many subscribers that they have, and we get excited and we are inspired and we want that for ourselves, right? But we don't necessarily see the work that has gone into it or how long it's taken to build that up. Their thumbnails are polished, their titles are perfect. They have viewership, they got subscribers, they got consistency, they're getting views on their videos, and you wonder how they did it, right? Don't waste time making comparisons, and we're gonna discuss that more a bit later in the video, but just understand that most YouTube channels do not blow up within the first 30 days or even 60 days of uploading content. It takes time, such is life. I'm the type of person, realistically, it takes a bit of time to get to know me, It takes a bit of time for me to warm up to other people and for me to let my guard down and allow people into me. So look at the algorithm the same way. It's going to take some time for the algorithm to become familiar with your channel. And that's where uploading consistently comes into play. It's like you're making your channel undeniable. So loved ones, keep in mind that it takes some time for the algorithm to become familiar with you, familiar with your content, familiar with your channel. And it takes time for the algorithm to figure out who your audience is and who they should be recommending your content to based on who's clicking. Are they clicking from the home page? Are they clicking from another video or another content creator that they watch? And it's kind of like a domino effect that happens. When viewers are subscribing to your videos, are they commenting? Are they liking? These are different points that the algorithm is taking into consideration. So, as cliche as it sounds, trust the process, take your time, and understand that it is very rare that a channel blows up right away. Is it possible? Yes. So just remain committed. Make sure that you're making content that you enjoy. All right. You want to be of service to your viewer. You want to provide entertainment, laughter, help people wind down after a long day. You have vital information that you can provide, motivation, inspiration, or you might be a captivating storyteller who is extremely, again, entertaining to the viewer. These are some things that you want to keep in mind. Make sure that you're making videos that are for you and that you enjoy, but that you're also providing a service, as YouTube is becoming a search engine. I know for myself personally, when I need to figure out how to do something, if I need to reset my circuit breaker in my home, if I have difficulties with my washer or dryer, if the garbage disposal goes out, when I need to reset the maintenance light in my vehicle, I will go to YouTube. I've done it to figure out how to do that. You want to make content that is evergreen, is the term, or that is timeless. Whether a viewer finds it a year from now or a week from now, it still resonates, right? And it's impactful and the information is still valid. Remain committed, have a good time, but not only think about the content that you're making because you like it, but ask yourself, who am I making this video for? Who is this video gonna help? Who is my audience? And that's what the algorithm is looking to do. This is another thing that I learned on my YouTube journey. If you replace the word algorithm with audience, it'll shift your perspective. The algorithm is not the enemy. It's actually quite the contrary. And YouTube wants you to get viewers. It wants you to become monetized. It wants to place ads on your videos. The ads that you see, YouTube places those, and that's what generates revenue for content creators. And they want to do that on your videos as well. And for them to be able to do that at a high level, they want to know that you're getting views. So the algorithm is not the enemy. They just need to figure out who your audience is so that they can place that video in front of someone who will actually see the thumbnail and click it. That is the sole purpose. So if you replace the word algorithm with audience, again, it'll change your mindset about it, and it'll help you to understand that the algorithm and the YouTube analytics are actually on your side. Remain committed and remain patient. Ensure that you're familiarizing yourself as a content creator with the analytics. Otherwise, you're kind of just shooting in the dark. And it's not to say that you can't make an impact that way, but the analytics help. All right, they show you in what countries your videos are getting the most views. It'll show you what times of day people who are watching your videos tend to do so. It'll let you know when people are subscribing. Sometimes it'll show you how it is they're subscribing. Analytics are extremely useful, and it'll provide you information that'll help you grow your subscriber base. And that is ultimately the goal. Next talking point. Being a content creator is a lot tougher than it seems. There are people who watch YouTube videos, long and short form content on other platforms, and it makes it look easy. You would assume that it's easy, but it's actually quite tough, especially if you have obligations outside of being a content creator, whether you have a career, and I do, or you have a family, or you're enrolled in school, or you're starting a business. It can be challenging. Again, you have to be committed and you have to be willing to make sacrifices. Sometimes you have to sacrifice that outing because you know you have to maintain your consistency and you have to get that content up. There are times when it's going to take you 2.5 hours to edit a 25-minute video. Trust me, I know from personal experience it happens. But as you're continuing to grow and you're trying new things and you want to get better and better and more efficient, and you want to, kind of set the standard and raise the bar for the content that you're making, it's going to require sacrifice from you. So be patient and show love to your content creators. You know what I mean? Make sure that as you're watching, you're hitting that subscribe button if you like their content and you find value in it. Make sure that you're tapping that like button if you find value in the content, because being a content creator is a lot tougher than it seems. It seems easy to just be able to turn on a camera, jump in front of it and begin speaking, but there's a lot that goes into it as far as how you look, becoming more comfortable with how you sound, how you want to present, where it is that you want to film your videos, making sure that your lighting is there. There's a lot of different things that you take into consideration, just the vibe. If you like to have music on your videos, if you like to have captions in your videos, these are things you want to take into consideration. Another reason why it may seem like the algorithm hates your YouTube channel. All right. Going back to what I mentioned earlier, comparison is the thief of joy. Not sure if you ever heard that saying before, but it's very true. Never compare your subscribers, your channels, your viewers, how many clicks you get, your thumbnails. Never waste your time comparing. We are all on our own unique and divine journey in this. Learn as much as you can, gather information, ask questions, network. You know what I mean? Take calculated risks, try new things so that you can grow, but never compare. This might come as a surprise to you, but some of your favorite content creators, like I said, it looks like they got it down pat. Their timing, the consistency, the thumbnails and all that, it looks very polished and uniform and put together. It wasn't their first go round. Sometimes you kind of have to go through some things before you learn exactly how you want to put it together. Again, once you have an opportunity to learn the algorithm, you may elect to go ahead and start another channel. So keep that in mind. This may not be your favorite content creators first go around. So again, that's why it's extremely important to understand that comparison is the thief of joy. You never want to compare to anyone else, but allow yourself to be inspired. Feel free, if you may be so bold, ask questions, jump in the comment section. Hopefully they'll see you there and they'll be prepared to share some information, but don't waste your time comparing. We're all on our own unique journeys as content creators, but I want you to be encouraged, which is why I'm here to share as much information as I can with you. So definitely be sure that you drop it down in the comment section. Feel free to shoot me an email if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. You can send that to askbizlifestyle@gmail.com. That is askbizlifestyle@gmail.com. I'll throw my Instagram on the screen. That is worthy XIIXII on Instagram. You can DM me there as well directly, or just drop it down in the comment section. Again, we're not gatekeeping. I want you to be inspired. I want to see you. I want to hear from you, or even if you have recommendations, and I appreciate you. So let's move on to the next talking point. Understand that there is a difference between the treatment that the algorithm will give a bigger channel who has more subscribers, who has more uploads, who has been creating on the platform for a longer time. They're going to have a different treatment from an analytical standpoint. It's going to take them a bit of time to become acquainted with you and your channel, but it does not mean that you can't win. Use the time as you're growing your subscribership, as you're growing your following, as you're growing community, right? Use that time to polish up on your editing skills, figure out different ways you want to shoot. You know, what types of content do you like to make? Are you more of a vlogger on the go? Are you more of a tripod, talking head video type of creator? Who is it that you want to help? Who is it that you want to reach? Make sure that you're spending time thinking about that and taking those things into consideration. So for example, if you're a bigger YouTube channel with more longevity, more uploads, and you want to upload in higher video quality, let's say, it'll actually your download speed and your upload speeds, I should say, will be a lot quicker than a smaller YouTube channel. Again, that's just one of the benefits of having a subscriber base and from having a larger YouTube channel. So from an analytical standpoint, there are certain benefits that you'll receive as a bigger channel, but be inspired by that and strive for that. It's not that you can't benefit from how the algorithm operates as a smaller channel. You just have to take time to become a student of it, become a student of the platform, become a student of being a content creator, and you'll be better in a position to benefit once your perspective changes in regards to how the algorithm actually works. All right. So you want to make sure that, you know, you're taking that into consideration. Again, I think in the beginning, you want to be more of a servant. It is important for you to enjoy the content that you're making and that you have a good time. But it's important to understand that how content is accepted and received on a channel that has 50 or 100,000 subscribers is not going to be exactly the same as a channel that has 500 or 1,000, right? It's just math. It's just the numbers. You're more likely to get larger views if you have more subscribers and more longevity. So continue to upload. Content is king. But I also want to mention too, while consistency is extremely important, consistency at a high level is also important. Upload and create a schedule for yourself as consistently as you can, where you can maintain the levels. You want to maintain the quality as you are maintaining your consistency. That's extremely important as well. You don't want to be all over the place. You got a 50-minute video over here. You got a 2-minute video over here. You got a short 3 weeks later, and then you got an 18-minute video. You kind of want to have some uniformity. It allows the algorithm to become more connected to your channel and more familiar with the content that you're making. And it also makes it easier for the algorithm to find your audience when you have a clear understanding of the content that you're making and you're coming across as authentic to the viewer. So I want to mention that as well. It is helpful to have an upload schedule. You may deviate from it here and there, you know, as life demands arise. But if you can stay consistent as much as possible, but you're also maintaining your quality as you're maintaining your consistency, you can get excellent results. It's a beautiful thing. So you want to plan your content. You want to have a plan. Typically at this point as a creator, I understand the thumbnail that I want to make. A lot of times I know the title of the video before I even begin to record it. The ideas begin to flow. Sometimes it's just a matter of me jotting down things on my phone if I'm, you know, inspired right there in the moment. I have sessions where I'm brainstorming and I'm writing and I'm jotting down video ideas and almost kind of writing scripts or treatments for those videos. So it can vary and it depends on the topic. Some topics require research because you want to be able to speak to things intelligently while, you know, you're giving your perspective on it or you're giving your point of view. Ensure that you're taking some time to plan your videos in advance. It will allow you to come off as organized. It'll be thought out because the viewer can tell authenticity. It's almost like that saying you've heard, when someone can smile through the phone, you can tell when someone's being authentic. You can tell someone's vibe. You can tell someone's energy. You want to come across as someone who can speak to a topic intelligently, and you want to come across as if you've taken the time to research, but you also want to be yourself and be authentic in that regard too. So have a plan and understand the types of content that you want to make. Authenticity. This is another topic that I want to discuss. Make sure that, you know, you're yourself. Make sure the audience and the viewers can tell, you know, if you're holding back, or they can tell if you're not being your complete self. It's going to take you some time, more than likely, to become more and more comfortable in front of the camera, but don't hesitate in that regard. It'll come as practice. What you can do is practice in your mirror, and you can just sit in front of the camera. You don't even necessarily need to record. You can go ahead and record yourself. You may not necessarily even intend on uploading, but it's a good idea to get that practice in so you become not only comfortable being in front of the camera, but you become comfortable with your equipment. Don't feel like you need to spend a small fortune to invest in microphones or an expensive camera to begin with. You can start with your smartphone. Smartphones these days record in great quality. You will want to invest in a microphone, but I would say don't get so caught up in the equipment as of yet. First order of business is going to be you just becoming more familiar with uploading and the upload process on YouTube, planning your videos, having a strategy, understand the audience that you want to reach and what it is that you want to talk about. You want to take time to figure out the type of videos that you like to make and the type of content that you enjoy as well. Not only just thinking about yourself. That's important because, again, you want to be a servant to the platform. You want to have something to contribute. You want to have timeless content that people will search for. You want to think about keywords, and these are things that may cause you to feel like the algorithm hates your channel, but it's not that. It's actually on your side. You want to become a student and have an understanding of exactly how the algorithm works. If you have any further questions, again, don't hesitate to reach out. I appreciate you and I thank you so much for spending time with me and taking the time to click the video. If you found value in this video at all, please do tap the like button. It is much appreciated. And check out my creator playlist as well as other playlists on the channel. I'll continue to share information if I find that this video gets a response and you all have questions and are excited about finding out more of my tips and my insight into becoming a monetized YouTube content creator. I appreciate you. It's Biz Lifestyle and we're never too far away, and I believe in you, so you be sure to do the same. Until next time, we out.